Today I want to talk about one of my very favorite subjects, and that is the subject of strengths. I mean, really at the core of it, how are you wired? A lot of times we get so used to taking our strengths for granted that frankly we kind of lose track of what they are, how they can be used, how they should be used, and more importantly, how we really love to use them. Well, let's talk for a few minutes here about your strengths. What are the things that you just do naturally well? What are the things that you don't even have to try at? What are the things that other folks compliment you on a lot of times? They'll say, "Oh my gosh, you're so great at that." And you're thinking, it was nothing. Because to you it was, but to them it was everything because they don't have that strength, gift, or talent. I mean, when listen to people who can sing and sing really well and harmonize, I think, oh, that's great, man. They have such an amazing strength. I don't have it, so it seems extremely special to me. And then there are folks that maybe when they interact with me and I'm able to help them with some of my strengths, they're thinking, "Oh, Deb, thank you. This is awesome." And I'm thinking, it was nothing. Because to me, it really was. It wasn't even like work. I was just operating in my strength zone. It just comes naturally. Well, the same is true for you. The only difference is maybe you're not really in touch with what that strength is. And that is easily accomplished. Let me tell you what those few steps are. Number one, take a look back in your life. Look at the things that you've done heretofore really, really well. The activities, the projects, the work that you've done that you really excelled at and that you enjoyed. Don't put on the list things that you did well that you just hated, because that's not something you want to duplicate. So look at work you've done well, work that you've enjoyed. Second thing is, where does time fly? I mean, when you're distracted easily into a subject, into a project, when you sort of get sucked into a moment and suddenly you're forgetting to get up and even go to the restroom or get a glass of water, what's the activity for you? What draws your attention so deeply? Here's another opportunity to learn what some of your strengths are. I advocate and have the Wired Style Assessment Report. It's a great online, easy to use, completely objective assessment that will give you a pretty good handle on what some of your strengths are, the things that you do naturally well. Another opportunity is ask other people. Ask trusted friends, family, and advisors, folks that are really close to you, that see you in different capacities, that only don't see you in family matters or only don't see you in work matters. So, cut across some demographics there so that people from different walks of life who have different experiences with you can share what they see as some of your strengths are. Then make a quick assessment of those strengths. Rank them in order of which you really think is your strongest and which maybe is still a strength, but maybe a little bit further down on the list. Oh, and those weaknesses? Forget about them. Don't even worry about putting them on the list. We all have them. And frankly, no matter how hard you try, you're never going to be great at it. Focus on your strengths. That's the key to really moving into your strength zone. So, for you today, I would just encourage you start on that discovery process. It's doable. It's going to take a little effort. Everything worthwhile does, but let me tell you something, the results are oh so worth it. So tell me, what's your strength?